Hey, everybody. Question for you. Have you ever lied to your husband or wife? Now, maybe you didn't lie intentionally, but whenever you were being asked about something, did you maybe try to spin it? Did you maybe try to explain it in a way where you didn't share all of the details? Or maybe you were just being evasive or vague as you answered your spouse's question. Or do you live a transparent life with your partner, or do you hide things from them? If you want to have a great relationship or marriage, I want to share with you two keys that are going to help that happen. A lot of the problems that couples have in their relationships come from not telling the truth and being transparent with each other. So today we're going to look at how being truthful and transparent can strengthen your relationship and let you have the kind of marriage that you really want to have. Well, welcome to the Turn It Up Marriage Tips and Tools Show, where I provide faith-based tips and tools from God's Word that will strengthen your marriage and make all your relationships better. Hi, I'm Coach Kelly DuPay, pastor, police chaplain, Christian marriage coach, and author of the book, Turn It Up, How to Have the Lifelong Marriage That You Really Want. Well, there are two things that all couples need to do in order to have a great relationship. And that is this: they need to tell the truth to each other and be transparent. Recently, in a coaching session, it dawned on me that there is an important difference between telling the truth and being transparent. I used to think that they were both synonymous, but they're not. So let's talk about telling the truth. At its core, truth-telling is all about honesty and integrity. Proverbs 12:22 says, "The Lord detests lying lips, but he delights in people who are trustworthy." According to research, the main thing that a woman looks for in a man to be her husband is simply this: she is looking for someone who is trustworthy. If you want to be trustworthy, then you need to tell the truth. You need to do other things as well, but telling the truth is foundational, because if you are evasive or if you are misleading by leaving out details, so omission or evasion is not answering the questions honestly. So when your partner asks you a question or when a topic arises that requires your input, telling the truth provides the information in an accurate, genuine, sincere way. It is the foundation of trust and integrity in your relationship. In practical terms, this means that when your partner asks your perspective, don't spin it or tell them what they want to hear or sugarcoat it. If you mess up, you need to tell the truth about what you've done. You want to, as they say in court, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God. Now, what about transparency? Isn't that the same thing? Well, being transparent is a step beyond mere telling the truth. Telling the truth can be reactive. In other words, that you respond truthfully when your spouse asks you a question. Transparency is being proactive. It involves being open and sharing the details of your life without being asked. Ephesians 4:25 says, "Each of you must put off falsehood and speak truthfully to your neighbor, for we are all members of one body." Visualize transparency as a clear window to your heart and mind. It's embracing a lifestyle where there's no hidden corners or shadowy elements. 1 John 1:7 says, "If we walk in the light as he is in the light, we have fellowship with one another." Well, walking in the light with your partner is simply about creating space for honesty to thrive, where both of you feel safe to openly share. So why does this matter? Well, because truth-telling maintains the integrity of your relationship. Transparency deepens the emotional intimacy. James 5:16 says, confess your sins to each other and you will be healed. I remember a man came to me and told me his wife was going to divorce him. And he said, but I haven't done anything wrong. Well, I said, well, what's going on? He said, well, an old girlfriend sent me a text and I replied to the text. And then the next thing I know, she's inviting me via text to meet her at a motel. And of course, I turned her down. But my wife saw these texts. Well, his mistake is that he didn't tell his wife about it. He was not transparent. When she found out, she was furious and she felt that she couldn't trust him. And because trust was gone, she felt that the only thing to do was end their marriage. Well, eventually she did forgive him and they reconciled and they're doing well as far as I know. If you want telling the truth and being transparent to be a key part of your relationship, it's also essential to remain calm when your partner tells you the truth. In other words, don't explode with anger or speak words of condemnation or shame. When your spouse feels judged, condemned, and shamed, then they're not going to want to come and tell you the truth. So the way you respond really does affect the emotional climate of your relationship. Proverbs 15:1 says, a gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. So be gentle, listen, and then allow your spouse to tell you the truth, no matter if it's hurtful to you, okay? Then, once he tells you the truth, thank him or her for being honest, for telling you what's going on. Then you can start working on what to do about it after that. But you want to encourage truth-telling and transparency in your relationship by being open to hear those things. As I wrap this up, I want to give you 3 steps to build the habits of truth-telling and transparency in your relationship. The first one is this: commit to telling the truth. Realize that trying to manage the outcome only makes it worse. Secondly, as I've already said, make telling the truth and being transparent a safe thing to do. Responding calmly when your spouse tells you the truth and is transparent is going to create that atmosphere of safety, so they're not going to hesitate. And then thirdly, be sure to forgive each other freely, because you are going to make mistakes. You're going to say the wrong things and do the wrong things that can be hurtful. Well, the way those things are cleaned up is by confessing it, followed by an apology that asks forgiveness, and then the person forgives you. Now, forgiveness is a process as well as a choice, so it may take a while for that forgiveness to come, but for followers of Jesus, forgiveness is not optional. Colossians 3:13 says, forgive as the Lord forgave you. So in conclusion, truth-telling and transparency are going to form the bedrock of a resilient, enduring partnership and relationship. It will create the intimacy and closeness that you want. It will make you feel safe with your partner because you know that they are a person of integrity who tells the truth. It is not just a one-time thing to do, but an ongoing commitment and habit to live by, telling the truth and being transparent. By practicing these virtues and responding with grace, patience, and forgiveness, you're going to nurture a relationship that is not only built on trust, but also on mutual love and respect. Well, if you'd like to improve the communication in your marriage or relationship and end the fighting and arguing, type yes in the comments and I'll send you my free guide, Speak Love, 5 communication tips for a stronger relationship. And if you found this helpful, please share, subscribe, or follow, and comment so that this message will reach more people. Well, thank you again for watching the Turn It Up Marriage Tips and Tools show. Until next time, may God bless you and may God bless all your relationships, especially your marriage.